Chris, and I'm here with a Christmas writing tag. I know I failed on the Thanksgiving tag that I promised, and if you watch my vlogs during November, you will see what happened. Um, but yeah, so I'm gonna do the Christmas one. This would have normally been the tag month anyways. So here is the Christmas writing tag. It is called Ho 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 Writing Tag. And it is by two YouTubers, Melissa Hope and Kim Chance. Melissa Hope is also known as Hopeful Happenings. Right. So, question number 1. Santa Claus, if you could ask Santa for one thing off of your author bucket list, what would you ask for and why? So, I would ask for probably the impossible, honestly. I would ask for a way to transfer my story to paper, like the scenes and things I already have set up in my head, to paper seamlessly, and then I'll fill in the in-betweens. the extras that would make everything come together. I would do that. I just need the concepts that I have to already put down on paper. Yeah, so that's what I would ask for. Question number 2. The ghost of Christmas past. What's one piece of advice you wish your past self knew about writing, or what advice would you give to fellow aspiring writers? So, what I would tell my past self is to just keep writing. Just keep writing. Don't stop. It's okay. And you and I both know that this is what we want to do. So just keep doing it and keep learning and getting better. And try out some fanfic. I cannot tell you guys how many fan fiction ideas I have in my head. Yes, a lot of them are self-inserts, but don't we all do that? And they just stay in my head to this day. Just live in my head. Don't go anywhere else. And I would have loved to write things. Like, I know that Harry Potter is a hot topic, but I had a very, at least it seemed like on, what was it called? There was like a social media thing that Google had for a while. I can't really remember what it's called anymore, but I was on there. And I was part of a group for people who loved Draco and Jenny. It was a really small group, and anytime I brought it up, it made a huge thing because people were like, no, Jenny belongs with Harry, blah, blah, blah. Or like Draco belongs with Hermione, constantly. Always those two things, and then occasionally like a Draco Harry person would like pop in to like some kind of conversation I was having, whether it was on that group or a different group. And I was just like, but Draco and Jenny would be so perfect because the angst would be so hot and the fighting and like, yes, we're not gonna go down that rabbit hole. But I would have loved to actually write some things and also other fandoms that I have, but Shadow. But I didn't because I was scared and thought that my ideas were dumb. So yeah, I would tell myself to just do it. Question number 3. Elves. Santa has his little helpers. What resource has been the most helpful to you or most invaluable to your writing process? So, I've mentioned before that I have dyslexia. I don't have it as bad as other people, but I do have dyslexia. So what I love is that there is so many more resources to help with um spelling and things like that, because it's really most my biggest problem is spelling. So I would love, or not love, excuse me, I love Grammarly. Grammarly has been a great resource for me, especially now that it has plugins with Firefox, which is what I primarily use. They're now integrated into Google Drive. And when I do have to open Google Chrome, there is also an extension in Google Chrome. So it's great. And a lot of the times the spell checker is better than the actual internet spell checker. So that's really helpful for me, because a lot of the times I will start writing and I will write a word, but then I'm like, I know this word looks wrong, but I don't know what its spelling is. I'm kind of caught in that like in between where it's like, I know it's wrong, but I don't know how to spell it. And sometimes I spell it so completely wrong that like Google itself has no idea what I'm saying. But Grammarly has been really good at picking up a lot of the things that I'm trying to say and being able to be like, do you mean this word? Kind of thing. I also have fallen into the hole of a lot of people on AuthorTube of the Forest app. I do enjoy the Forest app. I found that Firefox has an extension that's supposed to link to my phone. It doesn't always link to my phone, or if it does, like blinks weirdly. But I love the idea behind it. It's great when I use it. Sometimes I forget to use it, so it's not helpful then, but I do enjoy it. And I will put links to the Grammarly and not Firefox, Grammarly and the Forest app if I can down below. Question number 4. Gingerbread cookies. What is your favorite holiday treat? What is your main characters from your current whip favorite holiday treat? So I love the peppermint mocha. I don't drink coffee, so I don't drink the coffee version, but Starbucks has a blended peppermint mocha version. Also, peppermint hot chocolate. I just love anything peppermint, pretty much. Love it. One year while I was in college, I spent a lot of time in the tutor space, and they helped me like survive one of my math classes. So I made peppermint brownies for them because it was like, well, I like it and it's Christmas, so why not? So I just love anything peppermint. Also, I know this is hot and cold for a lot of people, but I love eggnog. But I refuse to eat. Wow. Well, I guess you can't eat eggnog. There's like eggnog food now. But I refuse to drink eggnog anytime before Thanksgiving, because it's Thanksgiving. Like, Thanksgiving deserves to be recognized, and Christmas is after Thanksgiving. So eggnog is not consumed until after Thanksgiving. Black Friday, everything is fully open. You can have all the peppermint mocha eggnog you want. Before then, no. And then I really struggled with what would Kira's favorite holiday treat would be, because I see her as the very like classic girl, because I mean, besides the fact that she was abnormally tall compared to humans, because she's half elf, you know, and she has a very classic body type for humans. She is a little bit more rounder in like elvish terms. But I was trying to think of what would be her favorite treat during the holidays. Like, I was really thinking about that. I'm like, I don't feel like she would be basic in like something classic. So I was trying to think of something that's still like a classic holiday treat, but not too like basic B kind of thing. So I was thinking, I don't know if this is a holiday treat for other people, but it is in my house, a lemon meringue pie. Now, for us, lemon meringue pie is eaten during New Year's and not Christmas, but I'm still counting it. So, a classic lemon meringue pie because it's tart and she likes strong flavors, which comes from uh, her elvish side. So, that's my answer to that. Question number 5. Holiday traditions. What is your favorite family tradition? What fictional character would you like to share that tradition with? So I love when me and my mom are cooking Christmas dinner or preparing. The last few years, I'd go over on Christmas Eve. We'd prep a bunch of food, and then my husband and I would go home, go to sleep, and then go back. And my mom was already starting to cook things, and I'd help her finish cooking. But during that prep and cook time, usually we're listening to holiday music, and I completely, or not completely, words failure. I love that. I love listening to Christmas music. Honestly, secretly, like a little bit all year round. But like I'm sneaky about it when I do it. But during this time, of course, because this is the time of year you're supposed to, I love listening to Christmas music, especially while I'm cooking and doing stuff with my mom, because we will both sing together, depending on what the song is, maybe do a little bit of dancing in the kitchen. It's really fun and I completely love it. Now, the character I would like to do this tradition with, I kind of went with like realm, and then I was like, oh yeah, this is character, not realm. But I said I would love to spend Christmas in Narnia because I just love Narnia, how beautiful and magical it is. Especially if you read past just The Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe, which is the most popular one. If you read the first one, because The Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe is the second one, and then the others continuing. It's so beautiful, it's so magical. Love it so much. And who I would like, I don't know if he would be any good at this, but maybe just the like listening to songs and like dancing kind of stuff, maybe not the cooking part, would be Peter. King Peter, because I had the biggest crush on him when I was younger, and part of me still kind of likes him. No, I do. I still kind of like him. I still have a crush on him. So I would love to spend Christmas with Peter in Narnia, in Claire or even not necessarily. We don't have to be in the kingdom. We can like maybe we have like a private cabin or something. Yeah, this is going weird. Let's stop. Okay, next question. uh, where am I doing? Question number 6. Star of Bethlehem. What started your journey to write your first book? Has the journey turned out like you imagined? Where would you like to see it go in the future? So, I've mentioned before and multiple times that I have another story that I was writing in middle school and high school, but I'm taking this question as part of my current clip, is what it's referring to. So, for Project Elf, it was something I wanted. It was driven because I wanted to expand the paranormal world. Now, I love vampires. Absolutely love. Always my first love will be vampires. But I like many folklore, fantasy, paranormal creatures. I enjoy mythology. So any creature is something that I'm all for. Now, the reason I chose elves is primarily because the few YA Fae books that I read, the Fae people who are labeled as fairies, which is Fae, are described a lot to me what I think of as elves. And I was just like, this doesn't make sense. They are normal people size. Sometimes they fly and sometimes they don't. Kind of depends on where the author's taking it. But I was just like, that doesn't make sense. These are elves, not fairies, but they're acting like fairy. Now, I was personally confused when I first read my first Fae book, and I was just like, what? So I decided that I wanted to write an elf book in, I guess, solidarity for the fact that I was like, the elves need to be re-recognized as how I see them, which is again much more in the concept of Tolkien's version of an elf, like in Lord of the Rings and such. Question number 7. The night before Christmas, what's your favorite book to read during the holidays? So I kind of mentioned this already, but the Chronicles of Narnia, the whole series, I love to read because it's so magical in a different way from like Harry Potter, where Harry Potter is like it's magical to think that you could be magical because there are Muggleborns and you could go to the school. But then there gets to a point where it's like, you're older, you're totally not getting your Hogwarts letter. But when it comes to Narnia, the siblings visit multiple times as they're growing up. And the professor still holds Narnia in his heart, up until passing. This whole journey through Narnia can be anybody, as long as you have that feeling and hope, and Aslan sees that and he thinks that you're able to do good for Narnia. And I love that. Also, because the books aren't that big, listening to them as an audiobook, you binge them really quickly, and it's so nice. Bonus for that is movies. I wanted to slide in there. I love White Christmas, which is a classic. I was gonna say Star Wars. It's a classic Christmas movie. It has Spring Cosby in it. It's kind of like a musical. I highly recommend it. If you don't like musicals, you might not like it, but I would still recommend it. It's nice. I like it. Watch it every year. I've actually already seen it. And then I also like Miracle on 34th Street, the original, not the remake. I don't like the remake. I don't like how it ends. I love the classical version. It's much harder now to find in black and white because they remastered it in color, and it looks beautiful in color. There's just something about seeing it in black and white that I truly enjoy. But the colored version is nice too. And again, you could watch the remake, but I prefer the original, and that's the one that I recommend. Question number 8. Christmas parties. What's your best advice for juggling writing with the busy holiday season? Honestly, I did not have an answer for this. I was like, I don't know. Do I even do this very well? So I would just recommend fit it in when you can. This holiday season is going to be much different for many of us. Um, and it's going to be yeah, interesting. So on a normal year, definitely I would say just fit it in. You're just going to have to squeeze it in somewhere, right when you can. This year you might have more time, but that would be my suggestion. Is it a good suggestion? I don't know. But that's what I came up with. Question number 9. Polar Express. What writing rituals do you use to transport yourself into the world of your book or mindset of your characters? So I listen to a lot of instrumental music, a lot of foreign music, because it's kind of like listening to instrumental, and the vocals are just another layer of instrument for me because I don't know what they're saying. But it's nice. I've gotten into like K-pop. K-pop is really nice because every so often they'll throw in like English word, and it kind of recenters me back to being like, wait, where am I? Like, check the time, what's going on. Also, I love to listen to nature sounds. Like, I like to listen to water or rain. But other sounds too sometimes I like. The other thing I kind of mentioned is Christmas music. Christmas music always helps me get into a very like calm, magical kind of mood to write. So sometimes I will randomly listen to. I have a playlist of Christmas music on my computer that I'll randomly listen to in secret to get me into writing. All right, question number 10. Wait, like this. 10? No, this way. 10. Sugar and spice and everything nice. In the spirit of spreading kindness and cheer, give a special shout out to someone who has been instrumental in your writing journey. Share writing journey. Someone who has really helped you along the way. So I really wanted to shout out Laura Wrights. If you aren't following her, totally recommend following her on YouTube. She posts great content. She posts vlogs. They're always funny, insightful, and she does a lot of other stuff for the community. I love that in her vlogs or even on her live streams, she's very honest. She's not afraid to be like made up, to be fake. What you get from her is the honest truth, and that's what you're getting. And I love that, and that's what I inspire to fill my vlogs with and my channel of this is the real me, this is what I feel, this is the honest truth kind of stuff. So I love that. Also, I wanted to shout out April K because she has been a great internet friend to me and someone who like was able to answer me and make me feel like part of the community. So love her for that. Plus, she also likes peppermint mocha. So if you like peppermint mocha, she does too. So that's it for the tag. It's the last question. And I have to tag people now. So I'm going to tag. I know that April's kind of on a hiatus, so I'm not sure if she'll do this, but I'm going to tag April K to do this tag. Also, I'm going to tag, Laura, I guess. I mentioned her. Laura Wrights. And you know what? I'll just tag Kevin too, because why not? And anyone else that wants to do the tag, I tag you too. So, yep, that's it for that. If you are interested in more tags, hit the subscribe button down. This one. Wait, yeah, yep, this one. Hit the subscribe button down below. And I do tags every other month. I also every other month I do a review of a Hispanic author, writer, or character vlog slash review video, and then I have vlogs twice a month on my writing journey, and I'm also throwing in game content in some of the vlogs, and who knows, maybe I'll just throw some game content up on YouTube in general. So that's what you will expect here, and I hope you enjoyed it. And like I said, if you want to answer these questions, feel free. I tag you. Enjoy. And I will put the questions down below, and those who created the tags also down below. All right. I hope you guys enjoy it, and thanks for watching. Bye.